Well.
So, what are you gonna do on this movie that's hasn't already been done like a million times before?
You mean in terms of like how we're gonna shoot it or something?
No, just kind of the over like what does this movie say about you?
For one, we're gonna set it in like a very we're gonna make it look very naturalistic, and that's all I can ever talk about. That's all I talk about every day. That's like Lance and KK. We just always talk about that.
Wednesday, 12:08 p.m.
Hi, Spike. It's Catherine. How you doing? I just wanted to say thanks so much for giving me this part. I'm really, really excited and a little scared, but I'm really, really looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a blast. And anyway, I'll talk to you soon, and I hope you're well, and thank you so much again. Okay, bye.
That's the tunnel door. And then the file drops behind the filing cabinet, sticks into the masonite, pull the file out, so you grab it, it goes down behind it, then you pull the masonite off, and then there's a door. Open the door, a piece of trim falls off. So what do we need next? Boy, the temptation is really to do this.
I know. The hardest part is the back soreness, because I think Spike, he and the writer Charlie Kaufman built a set where tall people like myself, and I'm not, wildly tall, I'm 6'2", where we cannot comfortably act.
What's the helmet for?
Well, here on the 7.5 floor, the doors are, must be about, 4'8", and I'm not entirely sure how tall I am, and yesterday 3 times I found out just how tall I'm not.
Even though my character was supposed to be at ease everywhere, actually it wasn't easy to walk around on the 7.5 floor.
All righty then, here we go, folks. Picture is up, believe it.
Oh, my aching back. Oh my God. 13 hours of bending over.
You ready, guys?
Yeah.
Lance, you ready? Lance. Hang on.
Yeah, I got it.
Wait.
Sosa to take the home run.
All right, let's do it.
Roll sound.
Big.
Okay.
No, you can operate.
Okay, you operate the light.
Okay, you operate the light. I'll operate.
Well, let me operate the camera. So
You operate the light.
Lennon and McCartney.
Lance, did you want him to throw the red fire extinguisher instead of the silver one? Why?
Excuse me, Spike. Did you like the silver one better?
Yeah. I was just wondering why you liked it better.
Because the silver one really reflects a lot. That light that we rigged right there, you can really see it in there. I mean, he's going to be throwing it.
The silver one or the red one?
Silver one does.
No, I want the silver one.
Okay.
You wanted the red one?
Yeah.
But then you know what? If we do that, we should have a insert close-up of him entering frame, grabbing the thing out. Just because we're not going to want to run that whole hallway shot, so we'll need to upcut it with it. You know what I mean?
Big surprise.
One more shot.
Big surprise. Like, I didn't know that was coming.
It was his fault. So let's do one where he comes up over here, so we're not looking all the way down the thing.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Well, I'll let him hold this side.
But when he comes out, he's full length, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing. All right. So John, favor the right-hand side of the wall.
All right, here we go.
Like it's not like it looks like 2001 or something. You know what I mean? I don't think it looks overly stylized in the middle. Let's take that out of there.
No, that's not. That's supposed to go.
That's supposed to go. And I don't think this is product placement for Kino Flow either.
Ow! Ow! Jerk!
I'm sorry.
You just spit on these.
I'm sorry.
Unless we get a close-up of him getting off the elevator, I just want to see him reacting to the...
I think we have time for that.
Well, we have one more setup. That's here.
So let's just do this hallway shot into more of a medium.
Okay.
Okay, so we're ready to go as soon as the camera reloads.
Good.
Okay.
You ready?
Good.
Just
Just make sure that you don't gain on him.
How are we gonna do that right there? Okay. that right.
He said it.
It's going really well so far. I've been kicked out of a lot of really, really good setups. And
Size 9?
yeah. It sounds like it's a good movie. Yeah.
And so, what kind of stuff have you get to see?
I haven't got to see the mostly the acting and the performers. Mostly.
Yeah, you haven't really been in with us, have you?
No.
No,
So.
I'm sorry.
All right, Spike. Thank you. And roll camera. Rolling.
And action, Octavia. And doors all the way open, you guys. Good.
7.5.
And elevator doors. Good. Cut.
Cut.
Yep, it's good. Way to go, Sal.
All right, Schwartz.
Okay, thanks, Schwartz.
Thank you, Octavia.
Hello, thank you, Spike.
Nita.
Thank you.
Floris Surloff, author of best-selling book I Can't Understand a Word Your Interviewer Saying.
Exactly.
So for the, it starts because it starts in there. I kind of want it to start real quiet.
No, man. Kung Fu. The guy.
Yeah, no, but we could maybe do that later at the.
No.
We could do that. Maybe what if we did it at the end? Like we held on a beat.
That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit.
Thomas! Thomas!
Fucking bullshit video director.
Thomas! Hey, John, what do you like to do?
I like to crawl through the vaginal portal with a piece of wood in my hand and a song in my heart. There's nothing that gives me more pleasure. Ah, there she is, clean and ready to get dirty. Oh, go.
Okay, and
Open
the
up
other
the
one.
portal. All right, we're ready to go.
All right, we got a clean piece of wood.
Okay, I'm gonna whack the shit out of you. Let me throw you off, let me shove you off, if that's okay. Are you listening? Will you acknowledge me, please? I'm gonna cut in the hall on you so hard, you're gonna have a lump.
Okay, here we go.
Roll sound.
Hooray.
Be like 47% Reno, like 2% Shatner, 8% Heston.
How much Elijah?
The monkey?
Yeah.
86%.
Okay.
Right, it's before that.
All right, good. So it's 12%. If it's 86, Elijah, 26 or 12.
No, I want to do it more than 100% of anything.
No.
I want to do like 700% total.
Well, we're up to 313 right now.
Did you count?
Yeah.
Sitting on the bus.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got about 300%.
Yeah.
Well, how about, should we make it 200% Bob Dole?
100% Malkovich. There you go. That sounds good.
All right, so
Let's go 99% Malkovich and 1% my dad.
Which one is your dad again?
Blue suit.
Shit, let's get
Okay, 90% Malkovich, 10% art speaking. Thanks.
All right, so we got that scene?
Yeah, it's good collaborating.
You too, baby.
Thanks, man.
I mean, Spike, I can come down from the top, look at his watch. I can do that. Come down.
Oh, that's good.
Look at
Yes,
my watch.
start at the restaurant and go down to the watch. Maybe also when she's talking, maybe don't sit down at the table, stay on her center of the table, drift down slightly, just kind of check her out maybe once. But like keep her basically centered, drift down, but not all the way to the table.
Yeah. So you forget it.
I sort of wanted to look under the table.
This is gonna look good. I have a good feeling about this.
Which part?
The whole combination we have right now.
I believe in you, Lance.
All right, let's shoot this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Lori.
We ready?
And action on the bus.
Tighter. We
Okay. And head to the right, Maxine. Catherine, to the right. Good. Right in her face. Right in her face.
You all right?
Right there looks really crazy.
Yeah, she had a long ass crazy look in this last one. It was like,
is that the first one?
we were actually acting.
I don't think we got the second one. That looked good. Were you scared of her?
This last one I was.
You weren't acting, you were reacting.
She was really scary.
Scary as shit.
Check the gate, Sal.
That's so good.
Hey. Oh, there's one.
Thinking about.
Shut up.
No. Okay, so Charlie, when, how long ago did you write this? What? Charlie, this is part of doing a movie. You gotta do the press.
No one cares.
I didn't quite get a fix on what it was, like what the tone of the movie is, and I didn't understand any of it actually. But I could appreciate it for being a brilliant piece of writing. But I didn't really have a fix on it. My agent sent it to me and said, see if there's anything to write for in this movie. And I read it and thought, well, I'm either right for everything or nothing. I don't really know.
And she was right for everything.
No, I wasn't. I actually didn't think I was really right for the part. And Spike kind of kept reinforcing that he felt I was. So I kind of had to just trust that hopefully he was right about it.
No, I was just going to say try.
A little more. Bring him in a little closer.
That part. Yeah. And the other part. The other part.
Oh, okay.
Ready? And roll sound, please.
So I went in and I talked to Spike for 2 hours the first time. And then I came back and I read with Spike for 2 hours.
That was fun.
That was fun. That's how I got the part. I kept him glued to the page so he couldn't look up and see what I was doing. It was a fantastic trick. It's true, right?
Yeah, it was good.
It's good.
How did you do that?
She
I
said
made
that-
him read with me.
She said she didn't want anyone else to read
Be
with
in the
her.
room.
To be in the room.
It's true.
So I had to read the other part, and so I couldn't watch it.
So he would make me do it again so he could look at me that time after he would learn his lines.
That's good. Keep coming around.
You studied your lines for it, didn't you? Kind of? You looked over your stuff?
Yes, Maxine. Maxine.
You know, I always envisioned it when I read Maxine as somebody who's just, you know, built like a brick shit house and just, and I mean, not up for debate. Everyone agreed on that sort of thing, and rather than more ambiguous kind of, or, you know, what your own opinion about, you know, who you find attractive is. And then I think Spike is like the only person who wanted me in the movie. I'm not supposed to say any of this.
No, you can say that. I just don't believe it.
It's true. I wasn't hot.
It's a love fest. It's a
I
love
wasn't
fest.
hot enough.
Everyone loves everyone.
I don't want anybody to know about my miserable, pathetic job.
What are you doing?
Well, my job is to sit here 8 hours a day and make sure no one goes in that door when they're rolling. And but there's a red light that tells them when they're rolling. So basically, my job is totally unnecessary.
Sam, what we want to do is we just want to ask. We don't want to tell anybody they can't walk in the shop. The shop's going to take 10 to 15 seconds.
Just go down this sidewalk. See where that no parking sign is, right there.
See where the no parking and
Should I go over there now?
When you go,
you go when John goes. So you go with
take
him.
your headset off.
Sam, come here. You gotta help me put this up.
All right, I'm sitting in the background.
Fanage in there. Sam, in between takes, we walk the fan in and cool that room off. It's stuffy as hell. Sam, don't run into people.
Yesterday, my job was to watch one of the actresses, Catherine Keener's dog, all day. Make sure that it didn't get out or bark.
So you probably did a good job and made sure it didn't get on the set or anything, right?
No, actually, it did get on the set one time while we were rolling. and I got a serious scolding.
Did you get trash bags?
Yeah, well, I'm going to.
You didn't get them yet. Ow. It's your responsibility to get trash bags, Sam.
I'll get them. I'm getting them. I'll go get them right now.
Okay, let's practice what you did today, okay? All right, you learned, you basically have 4 things today. Okay, first thing.
Yeah, can we keep the conversations to a minimum? Is this a mingle? I don't think this is a mingle, just shut up.
Okay, good, and number 2?
Rolling. Quiet, please.
Oh, you are good. He's
Okay,
good.
and 3?
Cut. Going again.
Okay, and 4.
You can tell you learned from Schmitty, right?
4. What's the 4th thing?
Say,
Pictures out. Hey, all non-combatants, can you please clear the set? Yeah, that means you.
Good.
Okay, well, I really wanted to get a picture of myself on one of those motorbikes, like that one over there. What I did was, I waited until the cop wasn't looking, and I just jumped on, and I threw a helmet on too. So, anyway, after I did it, he came over to me and he like kind of gave me a good yelling, but it was worth it. I mean, look at these pictures. They're great.
Let's really try today to solve our camera problems. Keep between take time at an absolute minimum. These masks are really hot, okay? I want to be very well heard on that from everybody. Don't futz unless it's absolutely important to the shot, okay? And let's don't have 10, 12, 15 minutes between takes, okay? I don't say that for me. I say that for the people sitting here in 400 pounds of rubber. I like my dress, okay?
Very good.
I'm fairly close, and it should be more like, hey Malkovich, think fat, but from 6 or 7 feet away. Right? Yeah.
You done this before, Steve?
Yes, back in my stage when I did theater, I did a lot of tin cans.
Richie props.
Okay,
you're set.
I will be seeing what you're seeing. Fuck!
Oh, man.
It was like hitting glass.
That was really good.
What a toss.
What a toss. We got to give it up for both.
All right. Steve Pink.
Hey, come through.
Bounced here and then went arched up and went right down.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
No, excellent. Excellent.
All right. Good work, gentlemen. Thank you. Nice work.
You got any olives?
Olives?
I got olives on this shoot. Oh, cool. Just a jar of olives would be great, man. Can I take this?
Yeah.
Cool. Jeter.
Jeter?
Yeah. What's your name?
That's Catherine.
Hey, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
Did you meet our director?
I know.
Outside.
How's it going?
What's up, man?
What's up?
Not too much. How's it going?
Nothing. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, I brought a tape for you. Check out some songs. 'Cause I had some good ideas. I was just talking to
Catherine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was into it. I was gonna sing her a couple songs, but she had to go to work.
Cool. Bring your tape by.
I will. Cool. You want me to tell you about it tomorrow?
No.
Dude, I brought a tape. Can you want to check it out? I got it. I got it.
What's that uniform for?
We'll just tape it up
Casey?
For Cheater. We dressed Sam to get Cheater.
That's awesome.
Take them out, Sam. Take them out, please.
That special that was there for her. Let's turn off the one to the right there.
Thank God they finally got rid of that guy.
You got the wrong guy. You got the right guy there. His name was Cheater and he had long hair.
Is this the guy?
That's him. He was over here screwing around with my
It was Jeter. He had long hair.
I told you it was for the crew only, sir.
He's a different guy. You guys all have to talk about.
Who's gonna clean this up? Quickly. They know it's just it's just like, oh no, it's in the door.
Hey Vince, what time did the music video awards start?
Malkovich will be in that wig on Thursday, Lord.
Oh, it'll be here.
What do you want to do there?
Where?
At the premiere.
I want to get there and go to where all the photographers are and shoot for probably half an hour tops, and then that's it.
Shoot what? What do you see?
Them entering, them walking from the limos up the red carpet line. All the photographers and videographers and mass chaos people and all that.
And so who's with you?
John and Keener.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Down to the puppet, like we're gonna stay in there. So we
Is this something we need to discuss now?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're gonna put an order in for we go both wide and then we go into.
About Shakespeare.
Absolutely brilliant writer.
Moving on. Malkovich and Maxine, tenant premiere. We already talked about that. Malkovich and the Raptors with controlling the puppets.
We're gonna see that fun this quick.
Friday, right? We need that
Friday.
Hey, Cameron!
Hey! Hi, John! How are you? Okay, we're good. Okay. Good to see you. Maxine! Hi.
Guys.
You want to get him getting out?
Yes, yes. Press 10 is where you should be. Other than that, you need to leave. If you can't do that, I can take you out. Okay?
All right, John, let's go.
Let me see your passes. Let me see your passes, Sonny.
Get out of Mark's limo.
Passes, please. Ooh.
Oh, no! Oh, hold on a second. Here you go. Here's the pass. Here's our...
Okay, well, where's your passes, gentlemen?
Right here.
No, I need media passes or they need to leave. Okay?
No, I don't think I put my chin in first.
Oh. It's alright. Probably had to happen anyway. Go ahead. This is the worst one. That's why they give it to us.
I want to look in a mirror.
Look in the door.
Come across the space this way because the nose is bloody on this side of the neck.
That good or more forward?
That looks pretty mean. Let me see the hook with the right hook. The right hook, yeah.
We have a bullhorn, guys.
Are you locking it down?
Okay.
I'm doing it. We can't find one.
Yeah. You think this is one of yours?
I think the back hand front one can go.
Okay. Do the backhand. It's also more degrading, right?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go across the street.
Okay, good.
Because the kid's there, you know? The kid's trying to keep her away from it all.
Let me see it one more time. Okay, good. You can put your body into it a little more.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Keener, you think it was a good idea to have your hands tied?
Not now. I don't think Cameron does either.
These are the cues, folks. It'll be ready and roll camera. It'll be ready and action. On action, the wind comes up. Okay, effects? Ready and action. And pull!
Dolly, faster!
Stop.
Good.
Nice pull.
Keener, stop moving.
Keener.
Good.
You all right, Catherine?
Totally. Yeah, that was good. We did it earlier. You tricked me.
A little slacking.
Catherine.
Let's do Lottie.
Ready and action. Go and pull.
Stop.
Good.
I'm so excited. It's my big scene. I'm playing on Junkie and I get to mug Lottie. And what am I gonna do? Okay, I gotta go prepare.
Are you gonna prepare?
Yeah.
Looks like you're very prepared.
Okay. Run the lines with me.
It's 12 o'clock. Stop it!
Good. One more time.
It's 12.
It looks fake.
It felt fake.
It looks
Okay, try it again. Ready?
Pretty obvious.
Okay. Ready? Okay. Walking down the street, right? Are you gonna do anything like, you know?
It's 12 o'clock midnight. Oh my God, motherfucker!
All right, Lottie.
So, your feet, you should tuck your feet in as far that way as possible because you're pulling yourself up and over. The wind floor is down there.
So you don't mean ever really come out?
No. It's just, and then seeing her, and then we'll cut, and then, you know, it's kind of, it should be kind of, yeah, good. That's good.
Like that.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Gary.
Gary. Yeah.
Gary, right?
Good.
Mark.
Cameron?
Yeah?
Do you want to just go off the dolly, or do you want me to call it?
You tell me what's better for the move.
I'll call it.
Okay, you gonna say Lottie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Dolly! Cameron! And cut!
Cut! Cut!
Everybody in the scene is Malkovich. So this is Malkovich inside his own mind. So what happens is every time we see somebody, like the first woman we see, we're looking at her chest, very voluptuous woman, then we pan up her neck, and then we get to her face, and it's Malkovich.
What happened? I got shot in the back. Who did it? Who did it? Tom. It was Malkovich. Malkovich did it. Malkovich did it.
Oh, shit. There it goes.
I need a puppet! I need a puppet! I need a puppet!
Okay, here we go. Ready and action!
Cut.
Cut. You all right, Chris?
Yeah.
I'm down in the basement set.
Mike the medic, please, right away. Right away. With ice.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry,
It's
Spike.
only 20
No
bucks.
problem.
Stand up, please.
Coming up that.
Put the equipment away, folks.
That's it, right?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. That is a
Okay,
wrap.
that's a wrap, everybody.
Jennifer.
Thomas,
What?
put the wig on me.
Chili?
Dress Spike.
Chili? Get crazy, man. How long are you going to take, Spike?
Here. 5 minutes.
We're unwrapped.
Okay, we need Gucci bring an electric shaver ASAP. Do you have one?
Yeah. No, I have a dry razor.
I think it'd be a lot faster, right? Does she have one?
Yeah. Can you have an electric razor brought
ASAP, as soon as possible. I'm gonna double Maxine.
Stunt?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing it?
Chris just hurt her foot.
Mike, let's get dressed here.
It's a close here?
You have the razor, Lynn?
Okay. Do you have the razor? Yeah.
What are you doing?
I need some electric.
Keener, what else do we need to do here?
I need the electric shaver, and then I guess I'm ready.
Where is that?
Oh my God.
Okay, Thomas?
Let me do the skirt again one more time.
Okay.
Hey guys, here we go. Let the camera department know we need the camera in.
Yeah, just fixing my skirt.
Damn, girl.
Down a push-up, bro.
That didn't seem like it.
Thomas?
He's down there, Tommy.
Thomas?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, ready?
Okay, stand by, guys. Here we go.
Okay, let's roll camera.
Rolling.
Speed.
Ready and action.
That was really good.
Way to protect my face.
That's really good. I'd say that was under control.
Hi, good.
The bone did come out of the skin?
No, it didn't puncture the skin.
No, it did on the way to the hospital.
Oh, it did?
Dude.
Yeah, they did on the spot emergency surgery on that.
They did?
In the van.
Ah, jeez.
Ladies and
No,
gentlemen,
Jay.
that is a picture wrap. That's a picture wrap by Tina
Let's thank Catherine Keener for being awesome in our movie and for being smart and helping me make my first movie.
Cheers!
Safe trip.
Thank you. You all are just great. Stu, stop it. Okay, bye.
That's like girls are gonna walk Thomas over the edge of the pool, just pretending to tell someone all the girls are charging him, throwing him in.
Okay, good.
Weren't you coming out here?
You all right?
Okay, team in the water, guys.
He almost took me with him.
And everybody, you guys over there, looking up at the putter pier and applauding. Cut. Good. All right. Good work. Thanks. Good job. It's gonna look amazing. That's a wrap.
All right, Vincent.
Are you sure?
Hey,
it's a wrap. Sam.
It's a wrap.
What are you gonna do, Lance?
That's some tweaking, man.
What do you mean?
Well, we're done. What are you gonna do?
Got a job on Monday. No, just kidding. No. I'm gonna hang out at home and do stuff around the house and just take about a week off. And I got then do it. I got a little like 2-3 day job in LA and then.
Really? God, you're crazy.
It's just like 2 days, 2 shoot days, 1 prep day. Spend time with the kid. What are you gonna do?
Have a kid.
You're 3 centimeters dilated already.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
That's such insane timing.
After Rima was in labor.
When did you find that out?
Today. She went to the doctor today.
What are you gonna do tomorrow, Lance?
Start editing.
Timmy, hang over this puppy, would you?
That's good.
We gotta get.
Your work is never done, Lance.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do on Monday? What are you gonna do? Go to Vegas, right?
I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow.
You gonna sleep in tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow. I'm gonna, I don't know.
John Malkovich, thank you for coming here to my home, the Vice Presidential Suite at the Marriott in Brooklyn.
Soon to be presidential suite, I assume.
One can only hope.
Yes.
I wonder, we're going to talk about this film, Being John Malkovich, which you know very well. And I wonder if you could tell me a little bit about your experience when you first learned about the project, how you first learned about it, and what it felt like to receive a script that said Being John Malkovich on it.
Well, I was shooting a film in Los Angeles called Mulholland Falls, and I was getting ready to go back to Europe either that night or the next morning or something, and I was out of books or nearly out of books and slightly panicked about what I would read on the airplane on that super long flight back from Los Angeles, and I called my producing partner, Russ Smith, who's one of my oldest friends, and I said, is there anything at the office for me to read? And he kind of said, in a kind of menacing way, I've got something for you to read, yeah. And he sent it out with a messenger to the set we were shooting out in the valley somewhere. And I saw the title, and I didn't really think much about it. I think over a period of time, 2 or 3 times, a novelist or somebody had sent me something to OK, which mentioned my name or something about me or something. That, of course, I don't really care what people say, so I didn't really think about it very much. And I started to read Charlie's screenplay, and after about 30, 40 pages, I called Russ back and I said, "Did you read this thing?" And he said, "Yeah, I read it." And I said, "But and it's a fantastic piece of writing." And he goes, "Yeah, keep reading." And then I was back to work and took off, so I read it on the plane because the part I had read had nothing to do with me. So I actually thought it would be, as I mentioned, kind of like these other books, or
maybe an homage or some.
Well, just so where somebody mentions your name or something, and they want to clear this or that, or I think one was like a short story, and I can't remember. But at any rate, I didn't really think about it at all. And then when I read it, I thought it was a fantastic piece of writing. And I called Ross that next night in Europe, in his morning, going into LA and to the office, and said, let's see if we can meet this guy and tell him I would like to direct it, and if you're okay with it, which Russ had kind of mixed feelings, but if you're okay with it, that we'd like to produce it. So Russ met with Charlie, and Charlie apparently said he wasn't at all interested, because we said, if you'll change who it's about and make it about somebody else, I would love to direct it and we'd love to produce it. And Charlie said he just wasn't interested in that, and he wouldn't change it at all. And Russ said, okay, well, then we're not going to do it, but thanks and good luck. And then eventually, in France, one day when I was walking the kids down to school, in the little village, I got a call from Francis Coppola asking me if I would go to Paris and meet this boy called Spike Jonze. And I remember Francis saying that, in his opinion, we'd all be working for him someday. And which I thought was quite a strong recommendation. I went up and I met Spike, who I found hilarious, very sharp and super charming and stuff like that, but I just never thought anybody would do it. And I basically said, listen, wouldn't really be involved except as an actor, but if you get the money and get it together and somebody's demented enough to do it, call me and I'll see, Then some time passed, and eventually I met Charlie Kaufman, the writer. But I remember having read it again to prepare for the meeting, and it seemed like kind of the worst jokes about me were cut, meaning the kind of cruelest ones. And I said, I like those jokes, actually. I think they're really funny. And mostly what I remember about the meeting is afterwards, Charlie said, I just want you to know I'm a really big fan. And I said, Charlie, we don't have to do that. I read the script, so, it's pretty easy to take away your feelings about me. And I wouldn't really classify them under the title fan. My name in the title, and how would that change my life or impact my life? Because my feeling was I'd always had an incredibly charmed life, and had basically also always been left alone.
Well, and that's what made the movie so curious. I remember when it first came out, which was, of course, you had a reputation as an extremely well-respected actor and a well-known actor to some degree, but not a super duper worldwide celebrity.
Not at all. No.
That you would imagine, and that's what made it such an interesting choice, because it was clearly a choice of kind of obsession. You know, an aspiring screenwriter today, an ambitious screenwriter today, might have written 10 versions of the script with 10 different personalities just to try to get one made.
Sure, of course.
But he refused to make it with anybody else.
Yeah. I mean, Charlie, too, you know, these two are very steely and very savvy, cagey characters. Kevin didn't want to do it. And then we talked a lot about who it should be and et cetera. And eventually I was always very firmly of the mind that it should be Charlie Sheen, who struck me as the person I would go to in a kind of existential crisis.
Again, someone you already knew and
never met him in my life.
So it was more of a platonic ideal of a best friend that you had.
Yeah, well, it just seemed to me to make sense because, you know, there's a part at a certain point, and I find that unfortunate and disturbing. But then people adjust. I mean, you know, because you can't go back. And that, I think, was super prescient, as I said, and super clever of Charlie. And what he visualized as a nightmare, both for me and for the public at large, because say the scene in the restaurant of Malkovich, of course that's a reflection of any, especially any performer's somewhat egregious sense of narcissism. I don't care what they do, I don't care who they are, they don't interest me, but I certainly don't dislike them.
Right.
It's just not a field of interest. But how also the public is constantly bombarded, Malkovich. That's irritating. It's super irritating. And if I had to read about me, which I never do, but if I did, I would feel like I'm, you know, as Jack Ruby said, you know, my person, as Don DeLillo said in his book Libra, in the lips
one of my favorites.
Jack Ruby said, I personally feel like I've been dropped into a barrel of shit. And that's how not only I feel about me or my image, but obviously that's what a big part of any public feels about any public figure, because they're just sick of it.
Yeah,
you know?
And of course, what constitutes a public figure now is much more inclusive.
Absolutely.
So, you know, in 1999, when the movie came out, you had, you know, reality television didn't exist in a meaningful way. And certainly there was no Facebook, there were no people becoming internet stars, and now you're hearing that many more names being thrown at you.
Yeah, constantly.
In this weird loop of celebrity endorsement and re-endorsement and that sort of thing.
I think Charlie's script was very much a harbinger of things to come.
I just want to be something else.
It's the same people who take your picture, who, you know, probably about 1,000 times a day if I'm in public, maybe 5,000 some days, depends. There's always a guy who wants a picture and he wants to go like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is wrong with you? I mean, what do you... Because you're nothing but a monkey or a peanut or a figure at a zoo or a photo op.
Or a trading card.
Yeah, a trading card. But, of course, they're not fans, quote. Because fans maybe wouldn't even ever come over and say hello.
John Malkovich be today?
I think now the element of confessional is so pronounced.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could do it now.
Yeah.
I was showing a couple of kids on the movie I was doing a month ago or so up in Montreal. Some funny stuff on the internet. And there's a woman who's sitting on the toilet, and she does the thing, sitting on a toilet. Sitting on a toilet. sitting on the toilet. Goes on for 3 minutes.
And
I
that's,
mean,
and it just, then it's over.
that's it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then, if memory
I'm not sure
serves,
that
she-
film could have been made if not for the precedent of Being John Malkovich.
That's right. And then she flushes. But it strikes me that everything is so confessional now. And of course, only the greatest artists could make the confessional true. Because once it becomes public, there's, by definition, an element of falsity to it. So I don't know if you could even do it now, because isn't that what Twitter, Facebook,
right?
All these efforts to make ourselves known, as if that possibility existed,
right,
even to ourselves or for ourselves, to make oneself known.
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible.
Well, and it's true, you know, and not just in the sense of getting into a celebrity's mind, but simply becoming someone else. You can create a persona that is as real
Of course, yeah. Sure.
all over the world, no matter how false it is in your living room or your,
Of course,
or your
yeah.
office now.
Yeah, sure.
So I suppose you're right that the fantasy of climbing through a little door, getting covered with goo, and then being dumped the New Jersey Turnpike would seem awfully inconvenient today when you can get almost all of that experience.
Absolutely.
But it is a question of what would you put yourself through in order to spend just 15 minutes inside John Malkovich's head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of the things that I thought was interesting about
Such a sliver, yeah.
of a moment, and so much time is spent in line getting to there and then obviously getting back. And I think that it sort of speaks to our understanding or misunderstanding of celebrity, and you know.
Yeah, and I think
speaks
it
to,
also
speaks to the waste of time jealousy
absolutely.
is. Do you know what I mean?
And or envy, or even, you know, to me it does have kind of quite a simple message in a certain way, which is be who you are.
Yeah.
Just be who you are, and don't worry about what other people do or who they are. Be who you are. And, you know, obviously a lot of people don't like being that. I mean, they don't find it fulfilling or entertaining or amusing or challenging. I don't know.
So what are we doing?
So it is 2028, and we're looking back at a 30-year anniversary of Being John Malkovich for a special. They're coming out with a new format, so we're redigitizing. A new format's this chip that gets put into the back of your head, and you just watch the movie in 1/2 of a second. And so we have to re-release it. And so we're doing a special feature for that release. We're going to look at all these photos from 30 years ago when we made the film. This is Vince Landay. He is my longtime producer. Vince was the post-super on this movie. Red Rock West was the name of it. We had an actual movie producer we were working with. You know, on Malkovich, I just knew, I mean, on everything, but going into the first movie, I knew that he always, if there's something that I needed, if there's a set that I wanted to be a certain way, if there was a piece of equipment we needed, or whatever it was from production, it was going to be, if he knew I needed it, it was going to be there, or he was going to come to me well in advance and say, we can't get that, but here's other suggestions or other solutions. What if we did this or this? I never show up and am surprised. Vince always either makes it happen or lets me know well in advance, and he'll do anything to make it happen and make sure that I have what I need, when we show up on set. I think no matter how old we are, me and Charlie always think about Malkovich as the guy who made this all possible. Not just this movie, but just everything that's come after that. Because he didn't have to do this movie, and not only did he not have to do it, it was almost kind of insane for him to do this movie. But the fact that he did, it made everything else for us possible. I always thank him every time I see him. I think the main reason he did it is because the script is great, and Charlie wrote an amazing script, and I think that was undeniable. And at the end of the day, even though it's named after him and he's playing himself, I think in the end they said, fuck it, it's an amazing script, and how could I not be a part of this?
The scripting as good as it was, if he had said no, were there other ways you would have still tried to make the movie?
No, we didn't know how to. We never came up with anyone that we were excited about. We just, the producers would ask us that, and Charlie and I would sit and try and come up with somebody, and we never could, until we'd always go back to, we got to get John. I mean, not enough can be said about Charlie. He definitely, I read the script, and just the title alone, I was like, what is this? And I picked it up, and I thought I'd just read 5 pages, and I read the whole thing, and instantly was in awe of it and loved it, and somehow felt familiar in some way, or related to it, and its sensibility and sense of humor. And Charlie, he'd written it really just for fun. He never thought it was going to get made. He wrote it as like something he hoped would get him jobs in the film business. And getting to work with him and getting to see why he did what he did and why he wrote the way he did, and it wasn't just imaginative, funny ideas. They were actually all coming from somewhere inside of him, and things he was feeling, and that was all really inspiring and educational. And we worked on the script for like a year before it got made. And I think in that year we really sort of bonded and got to know each other, and sort of got in sync on the movie we were making. This is us figuring out how to do the Malkovich mirror thing, like to be able to reveal himself in the mirror. We photo storyboarded. We took photos of the entire sequence before we shot it. Basically, shooting it so we have it blocked out, but so when we show up on the set, we don't have to figure it all out, and we can, since there's so many effects, we have the effects figured out already before we're there. And that's Lance Accord, our cinematographer. Lance is a cinematographer. He can work with giant crews with loads of light, and he can work with no crews and no light, and just like just take a bare light bulb and somehow make it look beautiful and appropriate. And he's also not afraid. I think some DPs are afraid to let it be dark, and Lance is not afraid of that. We had all, everybody, Lance and KK and everybody, Casey Storm, a bunch of us had all learned together as we made videos together. And so when we went to do our first film, the idea was we would just all continue on together. And it was most of ours first film. The idea was we wanted to just work the way we wanted to work. And the first day of shooting, I remember showing up, the first thing we shot was in Craig and Lottie's apartment. And I had so much anxiety of it being like, it was the first day of the first movie, and it was going to be like this whole different experience, and that I wasn't, I had to really prepare and get ready for it. And sometime in the morning, I realized it didn't feel that different. It was like everybody was the same. Like everybody I knew was the same, and the process was the same. We were just like setting up shots and shooting them, and working with people on the in front of the camera, and everybody behind the camera was the same. Gino Nix, our key grip, and Lance Accord, the cameraman, and Casey, everybody, we all knew each other, and it was just like, oh, we're just on set again. And it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be, because it was just like, all right, we're just back together again. Cameron and Keener, these guys, they kind of made the movie fun. They were friends beforehand. Actually, I'd cast Catherine Keener as Maxine already, and we were really struggling with finding someone to play Lottie. And Keener was the one who suggested Cameron. And I was like, I didn't see it. But just like looking at photos of her, she just did not look like Lottie. She's like, no, trust me, meet her. And I had lunch with her. I was so distracted by just how beautiful and, just like energetic and sort of striking she was. And so I told Keener, I don't know. And Keener just said, no, there's something, there's more to her. And I'd never seen her in any of the performances she'd done do anything like what we were looking for. Keener called me back and said, oh, Cameron offered to read if you want to read. And so I was like, okay, cool, yeah, let's do that. And she came in, and she was sort of being cute, and she was like being Cameron. And at a certain point, I just started asking her to do things, that weren't as cute, and sort of stripping down the sexuality and femininity. By pulling those things away, I realized that Cameron had a sincerity to her, and and obviously she was really funny. She's a really funny actor. Like, she's great at comedy. But what I realized is that she had a sincerity and a generosity about her that was very much like Lottie. By reading with her, I realized, okay, if we strip away the surface things that are not right about her for the character, at the heart, she's really right for the character. And so we cast her, and we sort of transformed her into being this sort of Brooklyn bohemian animal person, and she was amazing. Both of those roles were really hard to cast. I don't know why, but finding someone to play Maxine that had the power of Maxine, but could do it with a smile and make it effortless, and not do it like this sort of quick talking, cigarette smoking, hard sort of performance. That was that sort of, it was hard to get somebody to not do that, to make it strong without going to that place. She held all the power in the whole movie. The whole movie kind of revolves around her character, and it also, for somebody to have the power, the other actors have to give her the power, and so it was also finding the balance of how you have how people are reacting to her. And Keener is just, her radar is so sharp. She picks up on everything that's going on, what everyone's feeling, what everyone wants, what everyone's agenda is, what everyone, but I think the difference is Maxine uses that selfishly where Keener doesn't. But, I think that's what helped her sort of be Maxine so good. Keener and Cameron really did bring a great spirit of fun to the set. We do rehearsals where we just rehearse as the character, and one of the things I wanted to do with Lottie was get her just used to taking care of Craig. She give her errands. Her whole thing is take care of Craig, take care of the animals, take care of everybody. And so at one point in my house, we were doing rehearsals, and we're like, let's go shopping for Craig. Craig needs stuff at Radio Shack for his equipment, his stereo equipment that he uses for his puppets. So we went down to Radio Shack, and she just had to be shopping for her husband. And then I remember also she borrowed the wigs and would go to animal shows, during rehearsals. She'd go to animal shows and just take care of animals and talk about animals with other animal people. She actually, she took rehearsals super seriously and went and hung out with the chimps a lot. So by the time we were on set, they felt really comfortable with her, and they wouldn't have to go back to the trainer if they were scared. She could take care of them. Let's see what else. Oh, this is Trooper, Keener's dog. Keener came to work every day with Trooper, who's since passed away, but he was a sweetie. And one of my brother's responsibilities was walking Trooper twice a day. And Sam was 18. It was his first real job out of high school. He was a PA for us during the summer we made the movie. And he had to wake me up in the morning and get me out of bed and get me to work. And he also had to, at the end of the night, drive the film to Burbank to drop it off at Photochem. And then during the day, he had to walk Trooper, and he had to sweep parking lots and lock up the set. All right, Sam, here's your job today. Stand on the sidewalk for 14 hours and make sure when we say it's locked up, don't let anyone pass by. Oh, okay. And then we'd come out and he'd be asleep on the sidewalk. Casey Storm was somebody that I knew who just had great taste, and I liked his sensibility and thought he had a great sense of style. And so since then, I was just worked with Casey as our costume designer, and he sort of, just like me and like all of us, just sort of learned as we went, and we learned what we were doing, as we were going along. And so by the time we did our first movie, he had been being a costume designer for a couple of years, and but he just brought, he has a great sense of humor, and he just very specific. All the clothes are just super specific, an artist that didn't really think too much about his clothes. Yeah, Casey is basically a genius when it comes to creating this kind of character. KK Barrett, he's somebody we haven't talked too much about. Production designer, punk rocker. He designed the sets, and he just is a questioner. He'll just never settle. He just always keeps pushing and questioning and trying to figure out what something should be and what it should look like. And This is just in our office. Oh, this is with his early design, his walls of stuff that he's designing. What things are going to look like. Thomas, look at this handsome man. So he's our first AD. He makes it all happen. On set, it's really Thomas, me, and Lance. And it's like me and Lance blocking it and shooting it, and Thomas making sure we're getting everything done and offering suggestions and creative solutions, and also just being our eyes and ears and helping me keep an eye on everything. And like, he's very sensitive to actors. If somebody's uncomfortable, he'll whisper in my ear the actor might need some help or whatever it is. He's sort of always just aware of everybody's needs and making sure we're making our day and everybody's getting what they need. On this movie, we really wanted it to have a murkiness to it. We wanted the blacks to be really milky, and we wanted it to just not feel glossy in any way. We wanted to have this sort of dingy naturalism to it, and to sort of play against the science fiction of it, and also it felt right for these sort of, Craig and Lottie Schwartz and where they lived and who they were. He's an artist. She's, works with animals, and so it just felt like right for that apartment. But when the financiers saw the movie, not even saw the movie, when they started seeing dailies the first week of photography, they were looking at how dark the basement was, how it didn't look funny to them, and they didn't recognize Cameron Diaz, and we started getting a lot of pressure from the studios, from the financier. Like, we have to fire the cinematographer and bring in a new cinematographer. I'm like, what are you talking about? We're not going to do that. We're not firing Lance. So they're like, okay, well, you have to bring in more fill light. You have to fill it. And there was like 3 or 4 nights in a row we'd have to go to dailies and watch them with people from the studio, and they would say, try and get us to put more fill light into the film because it didn't look like a comedy. And then 2 things happened. One, we ended up just sort of getting through that part of the movie, which was all the stuff in the apartment, Craig and Lottie's apartment, and we moved on to the 7th floor, and that just naturally had more fill light because the lights were like an inch above their head, and there were all these fluorescent banks, and also it looked funnier because the 7th floor looked funny. So that sort of bought us some time. And then also that was the second week, and by the 3rd week, the whole company that was financing the movie called Polygram had got bought by Universal Pictures, and like suddenly, nobody cared about this little mini micro budget movie. And the amazing thing is, not only did no one bother us for the rest of photography, nobody bothered us for another year. We shot and edited the movie, and like took way longer than we were supposed to. We edited for 9 months till we were felt like the movie was good, and then. And by that time, the dust had settled, and we started showing it to the people at the the studio, and it was distributing it, and they were into it, and it was good.
The illusionary experience you're about to have now, though, is very, very special, even in the context of the Magic Castle. The performer creates an illusion that very few magicians can do, the illusion of life. Some may call it technically animation, bringing an inanimate object to life, and nobody does it better than the actor you're about to see. For that reason, they have been performing in the Lido in Paris, the very epitome of nightclub performances. Also have a feature film coming out, I think in October, called Being John Malkovich, a rather unusual title, but this is a very unusual act, and it's incorporated very well into that film. It features Cameron Diaz and Mr. John Cusack and the artist you're about to meet. I do hope you'll put your hands together, give a warm Magic Castle welcome to the Huber Marionettes and the Illusion of Life.
It takes about 300 hours to build one puppet, and it can take 2 to 3 years sometimes to put it into the show and get it actually running, to pick out the music and to work out the timing and all of the little illusions.
Maxine, don't tire yourself out. Save it for the take. We're reloading, okay? Just be a minute.
Good to go.
Let's admit, obviously.
Check that.
Maxine, could we get you some water or coffee or anything while you're waiting on set? Or okay, would need anything from your trailer?
Maxine, can you step in? Can you step to your mark for focus?
Okay, let's grab focus there, Sal.
Is this a whole new setup? I had an interest in puppets from a very early age. I was so extremely shy that it was my way of expressing myself. I could still hide behind the character and express myself the way I wanted to, but I was hidden. And then I went with the marionettes after I turned as a teenager. I could then handle it. Because the marionettes are the most highly technical of all the forms of puppetry, and they're the most difficult to master. It takes just literally hundreds and hundreds of hours to master one marionette, to learn everything that it does. The script itself, it was a strange script, and I didn't know what to think of it when I first read it, but the thing that really struck me was that it had a real respect for the art of marionette operation, marionette manipulation. And since this is a dying art form and not too many people are familiar with it, it was an unusual situation, because usually if marionettes are incorporated in a script, they're put in as a children's birthday party entertainment or something very condescending for the art form. And so I loved that about it, and that's what drew me to the project right away. And so I was happy to be able to do those little segments and hopefully show marionettes in an attitude and a sophistication that people aren't used to see.
Jive and swing to Harlem jazz. Here's a red-hot mama with razzmatazz. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Shirley You Jest.
Shirley You Jest. She's patterned after Nell Carter, and the voice is actually Ella Fitzgerald, a very young Ella Fitzgerald, 1939 recording. But yeah, she happens to be, I think, my personal favorite. I did her on The Tonight Show many years ago, but she had an instant personality when I created her, and it was very easy to actually do her act once I found the music. She just fell into it. She always had this attitude and personality about her. I knew exactly how she was going to move.
I don't know, I'm just kind of getting into puppets, like the history of puppets, and I like that, and I think the puppetry added a real dimension to it, because I don't know, you never see anything about puppeteers, or you never see anything about, it's always like a writer, or like an actor or something it's it's a film about an actor and he's tortured and stuff. You never see like the other kinds of tortured artists or whatever. Like puppeteers.
And I think my favorite part was the sequence with John Malkovich being possessed by the puppeteer. And I really dug that part. I've always loved the art of puppetry, and that was just beautiful because I've never seen it used in a film like that. Okay, yeah.
Right there, buddy. We'll stop shooting right there.
How do you get involved in something like that?
A lot of practice. The best thing is to find professionals and ask questions. To join the organization, the Puppeteers of America, is probably one of the best things that I did. When I was 15 years old, I discovered that organization, and it allowed me the opportunity to meet professionals and talk with them, and most of them are very generous with their knowledge. and very helpful. And that's the way to really get started with it.
Thank you.